It looks like things between grocery store Joe and Kendall Long are back on. All thanks to a Venmo charge and a sushi pic. This is your Bachelor Brief. It's been more than 3 months after our favorite Bachelor in Paradise couple called it quits.
I never expected to be single. I think when Joe and I were together, I always thought we were going to get married and it was, going to create a life together.
Yeah.
So I guess now I'm just adjusting to that not being the case.
But not all hope is totally lost. The exes recently shared very similar pics as sushi, which, of course, eagle-eyed followers zeroed in on. After it started making waves in Bachelor Nation, which we're not surprised there, the grocery store owner quickly deleted his post. But those online detectives caught him red-handed, sending money to Kendall for the meal via Venmo. So what does this all mean? It might confirm that the two are hanging out together again, which, might we add, is a serious commitment at the moment because, we're dealing with the whole shelter-in-place thing due to the coronavirus. The pair, who first met on Season 5 of Bachelor in Paradise, went their separate ways after disagreeing about where they wanted to live. At the time of the split, Kendall dished to us about what all went down.
Great place, very amicable.
Yeah.
And we still talk to each other occasionally.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess right now I'm really focusing on being a dog mama.
A dog mama. I love it.
Dogs
Yeah.
together, pistachio, so a little weenie dog. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of just really focusing on that and work and just being just an individual.
And Joe's moved back to he's in Chicago, right?
Yeah, he's in Chicago.
Okay.
So he's living his life there, and he loves Chicago. His family and friends are there, and so I feel like that's where he's just meant to be. So.
Yeah. And the Bachelor Nation support. How's it been with all of your friends in the Bachelor community supporting you, and so many of them out here in Cali too?
Yes, it's been really good. I think a lot of people can understand going through difficult times publicly, and I think having that has been really helpful to know, like, hey, I've been there, and it does get better. But surprisingly, I haven't gotten a lot of really negative comments as I was expecting.
Good. That's good.
Everyone's been really supportive.
Yeah. Which is great because we've talked about this on the sit down for the morning after. That's not always the case, right?
No,
the comments
and I never wanted to have a messy breakup publicly. So I think the one thing Joe and I made sure to do is to go through our breakup together.
Yeah.
Without any other involvement.
That's
Even a lot
smart.
of friends didn't know.
Yeah.
And then we went publicly, not directly from anything that we had with social media, but indirectly, and I think that was also a good idea.
Right. And completely apart from you and Joe, just in general, in Bachelor Nation, it does sometimes seem like people are so quick to get engaged or married or just tie the knot. Did you ever feel that type of pressure? Do you feel that type of pressure just in general being a part of this world?
I think that it allows you to open up and to actually feel comfortable in that world. I think that in the quote unquote real world, it's almost like a taboo subject to talk about, like marriage and having babies, early on in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I think those are incredibly important to talk about early on.
Yeah.
And so Joe and I, both being initially commitment phobes.
Commitment phobes. Oh yeah, I know because I was one.
Yeah,
So I feel you.
I was so terrified of committing and actually talking about marriage, and I feel like meeting on Paradise or in the Bachelor world was well, be completely honest with yourself. Do you really want this in your future?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. And I think exploring that with Joe was a really beautiful thing to have.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really good point about sort of how this community and this world just forces you to tackle sooner what we all eventually tackle, either, whether we decide we want it or we don't. We can spend forever running from it, but you can't really run here. You have to decide what you want.
Exactly. And it's more of an honest environment too.
Yeah.
Because it's expedited. So, hey, either you see it with me or you don't. There's no ghosting. There's no running away. It's face to face.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
Yeah, I love it. So you talked about the future. Looking to the future, what's the next step for you? What are you looking forward to? Are we going to see you in paradise? What's the plan here?
I'm not really sure. I guess I'm adjusting. I'm not closed off to anything in the future, but at the same time, it's not really my main focus. And I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of the dust is still settling.
Yeah.
So
You're
we'll
just
see.
open to
Yeah.
the universe.
I'm
and
open to the
whatever.
universe. The universe will give me an
we're
answer.
open.